Good morning. Hare Krishna, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta West London chapter morning program. And here we are on a beautiful day in West London. The wind is blowing, the rain is falling. So we're going to continue reading from Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta in the Madhya-līlā. Which chapter are we on? 11th chapter. And Mahāprabhu has returned to Puri, and at the moment he's talking, I think, with Paramananda Prabhu, Brahmananda Bharati Gosai, Svarup Damodar Gosai, Lord Nityananda, Jagadananda, and others. So he's there with a wonderful group of his servitors. And I think what's happening is Maharaj Prataparujas wants to see Mahaprabhu because he's a devotee, but he's also a king. Mm-hmm. So it's a little difficult. Mahaprabhu is following very strictly the sannyas injunctions, the way of being as a sannyasi, but this was going to lead to some very sweet and wonderful pastimes. So they've been in discussion. If
you like to, if you want to put a table so that it's.
It's all right.
It's all right.
No problem. Yes. Okay. So I think we'll. So we just heard who was there. So in this group is Paramananda Puri, Brahmananda Bharati, Svarup Damodar, Lord Nityananda, Jagadananda, Mukunda, and others present before the Lord. And Sri Ramananda Rai offered his obeisances to all the Lord's devotees, in particular to the four spiritual masters, Paramananda, Brahmananda, Svarup Damodar, and Lord Nityananda. And thus Ramananda Roy suitably met all the devotees. So there's this wonderful group of devotees in Jagannath Puri with Mahaprabhu. Prabhu kahi Raida Kila Kamala Nayana Raya Kai Ebi Jai Pabedarashana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu next asked Ramananda Rai, Have you already visited the temple of Kamalanayana, the lotus-eyed Lord Jagannath? Kamalanayana, how more beautiful.
That's another name?
Huh?
Another name for it.
Well, that's what he says. He doesn't say, Raya Dekila Kamalanayana Lord Jagannath. He says, Rai, Dekila Kamalanayana. Kamalanayana, the lotus-eyed one. Bengali is so just devotional Bengali. It's just so simple and sweet and full of sweetness. Raya Kai Eva Jai Pabadarashana. Ramananda Rai replied, I shall go now and visit the temple. Prabhu kai Rai tumi ki karya karile Ishvara na deki kena age etas aile. So Mahaprabhu's saying, what have you done, my dear friend, my dear Rai? Why did you not go first to see Lord Jagannath and then come here? Why have you come here first? Raya kahe Charana Rata Hridaya Sarati Jaha Laya Jaya Tahan Jaya Jivarati. Ramananda Roy said, the legs are like the chariot and the heart is like the charioteer. Wherever the heart takes the living entity is obliged to go. And he continued, Ami ki kareba maya iya laya aila Jagannatha darashana vicharana kaila. Ramananda Roy continued, what shall I do? My mind has brought me here. I could not consider going first to Lord Jagannath's temple. Prabhu kare sigragiya kare darashana aiche garayai kara kutumba milana. Mahāprabhu advised, immediately go to see Lord Jagannath's temple to see the Lord. Then go home and meet your family members. Okay. Prabhu agya pai rai chalila darashane rayera prema bhakti riti bhuje kanjane. Having received Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's permission, Ramananda Rai hastily went to the temple of Lord Jagannath. Who can understand the devotional service of Rai Ramananda? Kshetra Ashi Raja Sauvabhauma Bolaila Sauvabhaume Namaskari Tahare Puchila. When King Prataparuja returned to Jagannath Puri, he called for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When Bhattacharya went to see the king offered him respects and made the following inquiries. Muralagi Prabhupada Kaila Nivedana, Sarvabhauma Kai Kainu Anekayatana. The king asked, have you submitted my petition to the Lord? He wants to see him. He told Sarvabhauma, please, I want to see Mahāprabhu. Try. Sarvabhauma replied, yes, with much endeavor, I have tried my best. Tatapi na kariteya raja darashana, shetchatari yavena puna yadi kare nivedana. Yes, yet, despite my great endeavor, the Lord would not agree to see a king. Indeed, he said that if he were asked again, he would quit Jagannath Puri and go somewhere else. So he didn't even want to be asked about it again. Shunya Rajera Mane Duka Upaila Vishadakarya Kichukai Telagila. Hearing this, the king became very unhappy and greatly lamenting, began to speak as follows. Papi nicha udari te tana avatara, jagai madai teya kalila udara. The king said, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu has descended just to deliver all the sinners, all kinds of sinful, low persons. Consequently, he has delivered sinners like Jagai and Madai, who there were no sins that they hadn't committed. Prataparuja chari karibe jagat nishtara, e pratigya kari karyachena avatara. Alas, has Mahāprabhu incarnated to deliver all kinds of sinners with the exception of a king named Maharaj Prataparuja? So Maharaj Prataparuja is very unhappy. Very unhappy. All he wants is to have the darshan of Mahāprabhu. Adashanianapi nichajatin samikshate antatatapino mam marekavajam kripayisyatiti Niniya Kingso Vatatara Deva. Oh, Jai Guru Dev. Jai Guru Hari. Alas, that now he's continuing, he's quoting from a Shastra. Alas, has Mahāprabhu made his advent, deciding that he will deliver all others with the exception of me? He bestows his merciful glance upon many lower class men who are not usually even to be seen. Maharaj Prataparudra continued, if Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is determined not to see me, then I am determined to give up my life if I do not see him.
But in the beginning you were reading that Mahaprabhu told the king, why did you come to see me first? Oh, Ramananda Roy, sorry.
Yes, Ramananda.
Okay.
Yes.
So he hasn't seen
No. So Ramananda, yes.
I got a little confused about that.
Yes. Okay, so now Maharaj Prataparudra is saying, what can I do? I'm not even, within the group of Jagai and Madhya and the most fallen, and this Namo Mahavadanyaya, the most munificent, the most merciful Lord has come, and he's collecting everyone except for this king called Prataparudra. Then I'm going to give up my life. What can I do? If I do not receive Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, my body and my kingdom are certainly useless. Yadi say Mahaprabhu na pai kripadana, kiba rajya, kiba deya, saba akarana. Useless. Eta shuni savabhauma haila chintita rajara anuragadeki haila vishmita. Hearing King Prataparudra's determination, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became thoughtful. Indeed, he was astonished. Vishmita he was, astonished to see the king's determination. He's the king, riding around on elephants with, servants and opulence and so many things. And he's saying it's all useless. If I can't have this connection with Mahaprabhu, then I might as well die now. It's pointless. Bhattacharya kai devana karavishada tamara prabhuda avashya haibe prasada. Finally, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, my dear king, do not worry. Because of your firm determination, I am sure that Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will definitely be bestowed upon you. So he's getting some relief from the Vaishnavas. Teha premadina tamara prema gadatara avashya karibena kripa tamara upara. As soon as Bhattacharya saw the king's firm determination, he declared, the Supreme Lord is approached only by pure love. Your love for Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very deep. Therefore, without a doubt, he will be merciful upon you. Tatapi kaya ami eka upaya, e upaya kara prabhu deki bejaya. Bhattacharya then suggested, there is one means by which you can directly see him. Ratayatra dine prabhu sabhavaktalai, ratayage nityakari vena prema vishtahai. On the day of the car festival, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu will dance before the deity in great ecstatic love. On that Rathayatra festival day, after dancing before the Lord, Mahaprabhu will enter the Gundicha garden. At that time, you should go there, alone, stripped of your royal dress. So these are the instructions for Sarvabhauma. Prema Vesha Pushpodanya Karibena Pravesha Se Kali Ekala Tumi Chari Raja Vesha. Get rid of the Raja Vesha and go to Gundicha garden. Krishna Rasa Pachajaya Karite Patana ekaleyai Mahaprabhu dharibe charana. When Mahaprabhu enters the Gundicha, you should also go there and read 5 chapters about Lord Krishna's dancing with the gopis. In this way, you can catch hold of the Lord's lotus feet. Mahaprabhu will be in a mood of great ecstatic love without external consciousness. At that time, you should begin to recite those chapters from Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he will embrace you, knowing you to be a pure Vaishnava. Bhaya jnana nahi se kale Krishna nama shuni, alingana karibena tomaya Vaishnava jani. He'll know you're a Vaishnava. So it's it's got a plot here going on, telling him where to go, how to go, and what to do. Ramanandarai aji tomara prema guna prabhu age kaite prabhuda pirigela mana. The Lord has already changed his mind due to Ramananda Rai's description of your pure love for him. So he's saying he's already changed his mind. So, Shuni Gajya Patira Mane Shuka Upaila Prabhure Mileti Manchana Dvita Kaila. So Maharaj Prataparuja took Bhattacharya's advice and firmly decided to follow his instructions. Thus he felt transcendental happiness. Snani yatra kabe habe puchila batera batakai tina dina achaya yatrare. When the king asked Bhattacharya when the bathing ceremony, Snan Yatra, of Lord Jagannath would take place, Bhattacharya replied that there were only 3 days left before the ceremony. After thus encouraging the king, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya returned home. On the day of Lord Jagannath's bathing ceremony, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy at heart. After seeing the bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Mahaprabhu became very happy. But when Lord Jagannath retired after the ceremony, Mahaprabhu became very unhappy because he could not see him. Gopi bhave virahe prabhu vyakula hai alalanata gela prabhu sabarecharya. Due to the separation of Lord Jagannath, Mahaprabhu felt great anxiety, such as the gopis feel in separation from Krishna. In this condition, he gave up all association and went to Alalanath. The devotees following the Lord came into his presence and requested him to return to Puri. They submitted that the devotees from Bengal were coming to Purushottam Kshetra. In this way, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya brought Lord Chaitanya back to Jagannath Puri. He then went to King Prataparuda and informed him of the Lord's arrival. Sarvabhauma Nila Chala Aili Prabhulai Prabhu Aila Rajatani Kahile Nagaya. So, should probably stop here. You remember going to, you went to Alanath with Gurudev?
I don't think so.
I think I went there one time
It's
with
near
him.
Jagannath Puri.
Yes.
How far is it?
Not far. I don't think it's far.
Alalanath.
Yeah, Alalanath.
Did you go there?
Yes, I can't remember so much about it, but I do remember going there with Gurudev one time. And anyway, yeah, close to Jagannath Puri. So, we can leave Mahaprabhu's come back to...
I just wonder who did he stay with in Alalanath?
Yes, well...
Our homework.
Yes. Yes. I think that's one of the places, Alanath, where the pujaris are, his son is supposed to make the offering, and he doesn't. And when he comes to take the offering, it's still there, and the boy's crying and saying, "I'm supposed to be doing the offering, but you're not taking it." And then the Lord takes it, so there's nothing left, and then he goes to his mother and says, and she's like, "Where's the prasad?" And then he's saying, "Oh, Krishna took the offering, well, no prasad." And his parents are kind of angry with him, and they have to cook again, and he does it again, and the same thing happens. And eventually the father hides to watch, and he sees that Krishna's taking the offering. I think this is Alana. I'll have to do my homework to check, but I think so. I think we heard this story there. Okay, so we'll read something portion from Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, Volume 1, where we are here, or in the middle of a chapter called The Brightest Sun. Somewhere on this page. I don't know what's happening though. Anyway, we can just begin. So Guru Maharaj is quoting many shlokas. I don't know, I'm just going to read because I can't get a feel, I can't remember exactly what's being said here. But most rarely, the devotee who is 100% absorbed in the service of Lord Vasudeva annihilates all sins at the root by his practice of exclusive devotion, which is indifferent to the aforementioned practices of austerity, etc. As the sun completely destroys a mountain of snow, the exclusive devotee absorbed in the service of Vasudeva are also similarly able to totally uproot sin by the strength of their devotion, that is, even without exerting themselves. So this is a quote from Bhagavatam, 6th canto. Then Śrīla Guru Maharaj says, "Such peace can never be found anywhere else." Such peace can never be found anywhere else. Our proper understanding and adjustment with the highest center will give us such peace and freedom from anxiety of all types that cannot be achieved by any artificial methods which are devoid of understanding of the highest center. Then he follows that by another quote from Bhagavatam, 2nd canto. "I offer my repeated obeisances unto the Supreme Lord, who is all famous as the Supreme Good. Without offering their actions to him, neither the liberationists, jnanis, who are dedicated to austerities, nor the charitable worldly workers, karmis, nor the world famous, nor the performers of Ashvamedha sacrifices, nor the sages or yogis, nor persons dedicated to chanting mantras, nor persons of virtuous behavior. None of them can attain any auspiciousness in life." We started without offering their actions to him. doing all those things does not attain any auspiciousness in life. So Maharaj, he's quoted those 2 shlokas from Bhagavatam. Now he says, here in his inauguration speech, before delivering the Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Śrī Sukadeva Goswāmī says to the scholars, I know that in this assembly there are many scholars, yogis, tapasvis of different types, but I present my case before you. Tapasvino, here are many penance-making ascetics, dana para. There are those who are famous for their big donations, yashasvino. There may be many famous for their writings or their sacrifice, manasvino. There are many great thinkers, manchavidaha. There are those who are well versed in the application of the mystic words, and so on. But you must realize that none of them can be successful in life without surrendering to Krishna. Understanding with the highest central truth can give you your peaceful and harmonious life, and no partial attainment can compare with such an acquisition. How beautiful. Peaceful life, that's what, Sharanagati. Sharana, home. Gati, go. Agati, come. Come home. Sharana, Sharan, Agati. Surrender. Otherwise, all those other things they're trying to attain, they're trying to acquire. It's another version, maybe a more sattvic version or a higher version of acquire and control and consume. And the peace will only come. He says that a couple of times, and he said before, such peace can never be found anywhere else. He said that previously. Our proper understanding and adjustment with the highest center, who is all good, whatever will come. From the all good, no bad can come. Guru Maharaj saying like that. So then if I'm proper adjusted with that, with him, then everything good. Peaceful. No peaceful. It is sometimes hard with these chapters because they are like a continuum. So if you sort of join it in the middle, it can be hard to pick up. But we understand that the Guru Maharaj is pushing again and again. He's always stressing that without that cultivation of Sharanagati, cultivation of surrender, we can try so many things, but we have to understand that they're not going to give us the auspiciousness and peacefulness and sustenance, nourishment of heart that can only come through that bowing to Lord Vasudeva and offering to him. So even in a short 2-page section of The Guardian of Devotion, Volume 1, then Srila Guru Maharaj is emphasizing and giving us those Bhagavatam shlokas where Sukadeva Goswāmī is making this point and others are making this point. So we are, aspiring to be in the line of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, Saraswati Thakur, these who are teaching us this divine highest principle, the highest principle of all that we are to cultivate that desire as possible by us to be the servants of that sweet absolute. Hare Krishna. Jai Guru Jai Jai Śrīla Bhakti Rakshidadeva Swāmī Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Swāmī Maharaj Ki Jai Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Kavirāja Gosvāmī Ki Jai Śrīla A.C. Bhakti-vedanta Swāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai, and all the unlimited number of Vaishnavas and well-wishers Ki Jai. We're bowing at their lotus feet. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinath Madanam Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Śrī Advaita Chandra Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Śrī Advaita Chandra Radharara Śrīvasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Radharara Śrīvasari Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raguna Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Saraguna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Gaura Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaura Hari Bo. Jai Saparika Shishi Guru Gauranga Sundar Giridhari Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Beautiful Mahāprabhu Ki Jai. Beautiful Giriraj Ki Jai. West London Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Ki Jai Jai. Om Vishnu Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Deva Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai Jai. Śrīla Bhakti Rakshidhar Deva Gosvāmī Maharaj Ki Jai Jai. Bhagavan Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Ananti Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Panchagopatarubhascha Kripa Sindhuve Vacha Patitanam Pavane Bol.